Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those of you be watching this video. I hope you enjoy it, and I really hope you enjoy this one because we're talking about one of my favorite movie characters of all time, Godzilla. In this movie, it's the invasion of the Astro monster, but as a kid, I remember this more as Godzilla versus Monster Zero. I'm not really sure. I found this on Amazon Prime, so I'm not really sure why they changed it to Invasion of the Astro Monster. I don't know if that was the original title of this. I always just remember it though as Godzilla versus Monster Zero. But you know, as a kid, I really loved the Godzilla movies. I especially liked the ones where he's fighting against other monsters. I didn't really care too much for like 1985 Godzilla or the original where he's just going around destroying buildings and stuff. I kind of found out as a kid as kind of boring. And especially didn't like the 1997 Godzilla with Matthew Broderick. I don't even know why it's a Godzilla movie. But anyways, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Godzilla versus Monster Zero, aka Invasion of the Astro Monster. One thing I will say though, the ones where he fights against other monsters, they are kind of more comical than the ones where he's just this unstoppable force that goes around destroying buildings and cities and stuff. So this one you do get some comical stuff where when he's fighting, he's jumping up doing some weird stuff, you know. So I wondered if this time period, you know, they were trying to make this more geared toward a younger audience. And that was their goal. They did a great job because I loved it as a kid. And every time there's a Godzilla movie, I have to go see it in the theaters. So if that was their marketing plan, it succeeded. So let's talk about this movie, Invasion Astro Monster or whatever you want to call it. I think it's still relevant for our day and time because this does involve the aliens from Planet X. You know, there was that where there was supposedly this planet beyond Pluto, you know, something was newly discovered. And so they kind of ran with this science fiction part of this, where there's another planet. Planet X has these aliens, and they come and take our Godzilla and Rodan. Don't forget about Rodan. But it is relevant in our time because it talks about how this civilization out there on Planet X is controlled by computers. Like everything, all their decisions they make, their actions are all controlled by this computer. The computer tells them, you gotta do this. So that's what they do. And in our day and time, if this was made today, they wouldn't call it a computer. They would call it artificial intelligence. And right now, there's like this big boom of artificial intelligence as it can write stories, do paintings and drawings for us. It can give you information. You know, companies a lot of times are starting or probably already have been doing this, getting their orders from artificial intelligence. You know, they're putting in the data, and you know, the computers, artificial intelligence is telling them, you know, what actions to take, how they can make their business grow, and what they need to do. Won't be for too long, if not already. You know, the artificial intelligence will be telling our country leaders, you know, what they should do and how they should act. And so in this movie, it comes up to a point where, you know, a human asks this Planet X, you know, where's your humanity? You know, why don't you ever question the computer? You know, as we get more comfortable with artificial intelligence in our lives, it's going to be something that we'll have to ask ourselves, like, what is the right action? Should we just follow the instructions that this artificial intelligence gives us blindly and just assume that it is correct in what it's telling us to do? Should we just become totally reliant on artificial intelligence? And if we do, you know, because it's a computer, you know, it's not going to have like the humanity part of it, you know, sympathy or anything like that. It's just going to tell you, this is what you should do to reach your goal, and this is the steps you should take. and this might be, hurting other people in order to achieve your goal. So it is a challenge in our day about how much we should let artificial intelligence detect, dictate or whatever, or control our lives and trying to get us going through. So that's kind of like the message. I do like Godzilla movies and how the Japanese, when they make these, yes, it's silly fun, but they do have these underlying like core messages for us to in them, and like they got a good point about this. This is a little bit of some food for thought that they put in these movies while they're trying to entertain you. For most part, yeah, they're popcorn movies, but they do try to get some a message across to us. Visualize, I loved it. I love, you get to tell, especially in our day, that there are costumes and there's a set, and that you can really tell that it's fake. And there's times where you can see the strings on Ghidorah or Monster Zero, whatever you want to call it. But I do love the engineering that the creators of this movie used to get it to look like as close to live action real as possible. I love the models. I'm so fascinated when I watch these Godzilla movies and like seeing those little model tanks and trucks going and the sound effects. It's like I think this is awesome. Like I really enjoyed that part of it. So innovative, and I just love how they do it and how they come up with like different. The idea of like this science fiction technologies and weapons they try to use to stop these monsters, in this case it was like this radio waves type thing to block Planet X's these aliens ability to use technology. It's like the very innovative. I mean, it was kind of cheesy, in a way, but I still enjoyed it. I don't know. Maybe because I grew up with Godzilla, and as a kid I would watch all the reruns. I don't know what channel, maybe the TNT, TBS used to show Godzilla movies all the time, and I just really loved them. So I would, I still think they're worth watching. So I do recommend watching this, and any old Godzilla movie I think would be good. I still think it holds up today, especially the message about computers controlling people's lives and stuff like that. I still think that's still hold that kind of message still applies to our day and time. I still think just because it does look cheesy a lot of times, like the fighting stuff, I still think it's very entertaining. And if you've never seen a Godzilla movie before and this is your very first one and you want to check it out, like I said, it's on Amazon Prime right now. Has commercials, unfortunately. However, I still think anybody will enjoy it. This is dumb fun, and so I'm going to recommend this one. Maybe because I'm blind. I tried it when I do these reviews. I try to eliminate my prejudice, but I know I like it. I think you'll like it. So check it out on Amazon Prime. It's Invasion of the Astro Monster, aka Godzilla versus Monster Zero. I do like the new Godzilla versus Monster Zero though. The one that just came out a few years ago. That's a really good. I like it too. But this is the OG, the original. So check it out. Have a great day, and I'll see you early next week, or you'll see me early next week because I don't know what you look like. Hope you have a great day though. Bye.